ends in defeat here against Hereford. How do you reflect on it?
Appalled at some of what I've seen this evening. A really, really sobering evening. Disappointing underplays the result, and a performance that is so far away from what's required. I spend a lot of time, and have done over the last 3.5 years, my style is to come out and try and deflect a little bit from individuals and moments in the game, because I think that's a responsibility you have to as the manager. Possibly don't need to do that in the situation we're in, because that tonight was absolutely criminal. And I think for a decent following, supporters at home, you will feel like I feel that I've seen that so many times before. And I think it's just going to try and take the opportunity to give a real honest reflection on the game. Came here, started well, went 1-0 up, and gift an equalising goal away. That can happen. What can't happen is the self-inflicted capitulation that then follows, that happened at Cambridge, at Chorley, at South Shields. So many games where over the years we've built a reputation for ourselves for being a really solid defensive unit, maybe underwhelming in the final third and in the goals for column. And this season, understandably, people that watch us week in, week out, myself, the staff, I would hope the players would reflect on it as well, because it's an us. It's not do the nonsense of it's that. No, but tonight in individual moments and errors from individuals, of when that happens and it's 1-1 and the crowd here, they get right behind them, you almost feel like you'd rather play here than at Edgar Street. Fans here, you have to keep them quiet. They can really get behind the team, and they did this evening. You've had the perfect start, something's gone against you. Right, have an opportunity to rebuild. We go behind, and then you're thinking, okay, and I thought that's where the game sort of got away from us. We equalise, and then the manner of the third goal, and the goal 3, goal 4 and goal 5 are very nearly identical. If you're going to gift possession away in the middle of the pitch under no pressure, teams on the transition to go and put the ball in your net. And for that to have happened, like I say, for the third goal, you're going at half time, you can see where we struggled a little bit in the first half. There's a little rotation in the middle of the pitch that was hurting us, for them to get the 1v1 on our right hand side, made a little tweak to give us an extra man, and we come out, we have loads of possession, we get in, we have 3 massive chances, doesn't go in the net. That can happen, but the final 20 minutes from the 4th goal, like you say, possession gifted away in the middle of the pitch, and then the 5th goal, like I say, it's borderline identical. How many times has that happened this season? Now, naturally, yes, I'm responsible. Collectively, we're responsible. We've fallen short. But that tonight, I've never been involved in a game where individual errors have been so obvious and have been so frequent. And that is why we've got to take our medicine tonight, because that isn't what we've done over recent years. Didn't see it coming. We had a conversation as a staff after the Telford game of, unfortunately this season we've been that kind of group where a result like that can come out of nowhere and you don't really see it coming. We're on a really good run before we get beat by South Shields at home. You can see the 3 goals in a half. Just like tonight, 3 in one, 2 in another. We didn't see that coming. The Telford result, sort of slaps you in the face on Boxing Day. And it is a fragility and a weakness and a lack of confidence. All those things, they're the reasons for it. No one is going to fix it for anyone else other than the individuals and anyone other than us collectively as a group. But there is no dressing that up tonight that we've fallen so short of what's required, what I've seen in recent weeks, and we were quite rightly on the end of a hiding.
And when you see some of the defending and sort of the openness of the game at times today, what can you, as a manager, put that down to?
I do think individual errors. So I'd rather try and analyse why does that happen, and why is it the same individuals or the same types of goals, because that has been a theme. And if you reflect, and in 11 games time we'll reflect on our season over a 46, how many times has that been the case, that something goes against us, adversity of any kind, far too often self-inflicted, and the inability to react to it, to cope with it, that the opposition get the tails up and we get punished for it. and it's a theme where we're not talking about 1, 2 or 3. I've just reeled a couple off there. If we were to sit down and talk about it in more detail, we've found so many games where we concede 1, we concede 2. Too many times we concede 3 goals in a 45-minute period, and too many times you feel the goals are, it's not from, like tactical elements of we're too deep. We have a pressing structure and we're getting it wrong. It's none of those things. The type of goals we concede. I described this game as it looked like the Radcliffe game in the second half. Of you can have a lot of the ball, you can feel like you're building pressure and territory and entering the final third, which it's undeniable that we did that tonight. As bizarre as it's like, we've scored 2 goals away from home again, and 5 have gone in our net, 4 of which are direct results of like transitions, counter-attacks, but giving the ball away under no pressure. Now, respectfully, quite rightly, collective responsibility, the manager at the top of that, we've done that all season and we all know how that's played out. But you can't coach those things in that moment, and that's what's been really, really difficult for us. The bigger thing for me that I've got to look at between now and the end of the season is things can go against you in games of football. Things can play out that are out of your control. Too many of them are in our control, and we are giving ourselves mountains to climb. But I'm talking to you now, I'm absolutely shell-shocked about what I have watched over the last 90 minutes, because I didn't see that coming. But I say that with the caveat of, I'm aware that we've done that so many times, and that is why we are where we are, and we have the challenges that we have between now and the end of the season. The reality about the situation we're in of move on the next game, but that'll hurt me. That really hurts me. As an individual, as an honest, as a manager managing a team that have fallen short up to this point this year, that have a big challenge ahead of ourselves. So I can assure you, on a personal level, that hurts me this evening. That really does. Care deeply about my profession and what put out on the football pitch. I hope we have 19, 20 individuals that think the same, and I hope it's a reference point between now and the end of the season of when you make those errors. If you don't deal with the reasons for why those errors happen and the feeling that you might have and all those things, that's what happens. And we gave a side tonight that fighting for their lives, thought they were excellent, by the way, think they deserve credit for the way they took the chances, thought they deserve credit for the situation they're in. Teams are gonna fight, and teams that are in a scrap like they are, and we didn't match that, and that is, we have to take our medicine, and genuinely, that really, really hurts this evening.